So shall we be sharing a verse from the Gita, or do you want to hear Jagannath Leela?
Jagannath Leela.
So you don't want to learn Bhagavad Gita today? Your body doesn't? But your heart, your mind does. So we'll just start out with one verse, just to honor, because it is said that just by studying one word of this Bhagavad Gita, just by hearing for 1 minute this Bhagavad Gita, all of your sins are removed immediately. How many of you want to be free from all sinful reactions? And just by looking at Bhagavad Gita, it is the same value as giving thousands of cows in charity. So how many of you want that benefit? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So we'll be reading from text 11, chapter 11, text 54. And the name of this chapter is The Universal Form. How many of you know what the universal form is? What is the universal form? Anyone here? Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Can we have this in Hindi? Do any of the devotees read Hindi in the audience? Or can you open this to the 11th chapter and tell me the name? So most of us were at the festival earlier today in the Milwaukee temple of Jagannath Radha. How many of you were there? So many. All the girls were there, okay. The Prabhuji's were not. Oh, okay. We did have some Prabhujis there too. So on my way home from the festival, a question came to my mind, and I wanted to ask all of you that question. And I'm hoping that the Bhagavad Gita will reveal the answer to that question. Do you want to know what that question was?
Yes.
That question was that, my dear Lord Krishna, if I had an opportunity to serve you in this lifetime in pure devotional service, and if I could achieve pure love for you, then why am I still here? So how many of you might be able to answer that question in this material realm or this material world? Can anybody answer? We're going to do a little bit of questions and answers today. So I'd like to hear from you. Yes, Krishna.
Because we want to enjoy separate from Krishna. That's why we are here in this material world.
No, what if I don't want to enjoy separately? What if I really want to serve Krishna? Because of our past karma, yes. But what if, because chanting Hare Krishna removes all your past karma?
Like we have a more like past karma, like, so we have to like nullify all that and then we can go to God.
Plus we don't have full faith right now that we can.
Good answer, yes.
Complete surrender.
Sanjay Guru.
Yeah, the mission.
Here's a mission for me. Thanks for making it personal. No, that's fantastic. So this is a question that keeps coming up from time to time because, yes, each and every one of us is at a point like our beautiful children here, right? They are engaged in pure devotional service in bhakti. They have no sin in their hearts. So why would they not be delivered immediately so they can remain in that pure state for the rest of their life? That's the question. Do you have any answer, Radha? For that question? Perhaps? You can think about it a little bit. So let's go ahead and see what Krishna has to say, all right? 54. So this is the Virat Rupa, or the universal form. Why did Krishna show the universal form, and who did he show it to? Very good. A+. Why did he show it?
He is the cause of all causes.
He's the cause of all causes. There was a specific reason why he showed it. Because Arjuna was not willing to fight. Because he wanted to show Arjuna actually who he was. And we're actually going to the way end of the chapter, and it's the last verse, 54. So we're going to skip the whole chapter, and we're going to read the last one. Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya aham evam vidurjuna Yatum drashtum cha tatvena Pravishtum cha parantapa. Please chant.
Bhaktya tvam ananya sakya.
Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya.
Aham evam vidurjana.
Aham evam vidurjuna.
Jatum drashtam cha tatvena.
Yatum drashtum cha tatvena.
Pravishtam cha parantapa.
Pravishtum cha parantapa.
Bhaktya tvananya sakyam
Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya.
aham eva vridhona arjuna
Aham evam vidurjuna.
yatum drustam cha tatvena
Yatum drashtum cha tatvena.
pravestunam cha parantapa
Pravishtum cha parantapa.
Bhaktya tvananya sakyam
Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya. Aham evam vidurjuna. Yatum drashtum cha tatvena. त्वनन्यया शक्त्या
अहमेवं विदोषुना
अहमेवं विदुर्जना
ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन
ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन
प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप
प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप Mataji.
भक्त्या तनया शक्त्या
Adhyatmanaya Satya
अहं एवं विदुर्जना
Aham evam vidurjana
द्रष्टुं शक्त्वेन
Yatum drashtum च tatvena Praveshtum च parantapa Bhaktya Satya Aham evam vidurjana Yatum drashtum च tatvena Praveshtum च parantapa Bhaktya tvananyaya shaktya Aham evam vidurjana Yatum drashtum च tatvena Praveshtum च parantapa Bhaktya tvananyaya shaktya Aham evam vidurjana Bhaktya tvananyaya shaktya Aham evam vidurjana Yatum drashtum च tatvena Praveshtum च parantapa Bhaktya by devotional service Tu but Ananyaya without being mixed with fruitive activities or speculative knowledge. Shakya possible. Aham I. Evam vidaha like this. Arjuna O Arjuna Gyatum to know Drashtum to see Cha and Tatvena in fact Praveshtam to enter into Cha also Parantapa O subduer of the enemy. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Here Krishna says, my dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service. What kind of devotional service?
Undivided.
What does undivided mean?
Can't be apart. Can't be apart. Can't be apart from it.
Only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. How many of you can see Krishna directly right now at this very moment? You can. Yes. Every single one of us can see Krishna at every moment. It depends on whether we choose to see him right now or not. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding. Please repeat after me. My dear Arjuna,
My dear Arjuna,
only by undivided devotional service
only by undivided
can I be understood as I am,
can I be understood as I am,
standing before you,
standing before you,
and can thus be seen directly.
and can thus be seen directly.
Only in this way
Only in this way
can you enter
can you enter
into the mysteries of my understanding.
into the mysteries of our understanding.
I'm going to ask each and every one of you to rewind for a minute. Rewind in your life for about a second now. And I want you to look into your own life for a moment and think about where you were about a year ago. Can anybody tell me where you were about a year ago?
I was at my birthday.
She was at her birthday, yes.
It's not August yet.
It's not August yet. We're trying to remember our spiritual journeys where we were a year ago. Can anybody else share with me where they may have been a year ago? Detroit Rath Yatra.
She doesn't mean literally.
A year ago, we were not initiated and it made a big difference. The exit every year is coming up.
Yes.
It's just a big experience and more devotion in your heart.
Yes, a year ago it's been a year now since she's taken shelter of a spiritual master. That's the amazing progress. Anyone else in their spiritual lives have experienced something? How about if we go back 5 years ago? Go back and try to remember where you were, what situation you were, at least spiritually. How has your life changed? How have you grown in depth in your spiritual life?
I got to know Krishna more.
She got to know Krishna more.
I got better in the video and I learned to
5 years ago. From 5 years. Anyone else? Where were you 5 years ago and how are you feeling that you've made an improvement?
She's saying that you were better than about 5 years ago.
He may have been. So I want to share with you this feeling of awesomeness, this feeling of very much satisfaction that actually you are making so much progress every moment from where you were previously to where you may be now. And that feeling is such that Krishna Bhakti is so much more sweeter and so much more juicier. But our question originally was, what was the question that I asked you?
Undivided.
What is undivided devotional service? Before that, I asked one more question.
1 year ago.
Universal form, and I opened it with one more question. If we are Vaisnava Bhaktas, if we are devotees, why are we still going through the same thing? How many of you wake up feeling like you're going to have to do the exact same thing every single day? right? The same routine, the same lifestyle, the same day. But they say when you chant Hare Krishna, your life changes. But you still have to go through all those similar things. Once upon a time, there was a very simple and poor man who was a great devotee of Sri Ramachandra. His name was Raghudas. Raghudas, he lived in the most auspicious city of Jagannath Puri. He lived in Puri and he was so poor he didn't even have a home. He lived under an umbrella near the Singhadwar, the lion gate of the Jagannath temple. How many of you have been to Jagannath Puri? Yes, Prabhuji has been. Prabhuji has been to Jagannath Puri. Do you know that there's different gates outside? What are the different gates? There's the east gate and the west gate and the Singhadwar. So he lived just under umbrella, under the Singha gate. Once he went to see Lord Jagannath and he saw Ram, Lakshman, Sita Devi on the altar. And from that day he decided, who do you feel Krishna is in your life?
He's my everything.
Other than Radha. That's wonderful. Anybody else? Who is Krishna in your life? Do you see him as Ram sometimes? Do you see Lakshman Devi or Hanumanji sometimes? He saw, because he loved Lord Ramachandra so much, he saw that Krishna was Lord Ramachandra. Jagannath was Lord Ramachandra, and he decided that he was going to become Lord Jagannath's best friend in the Sakyaras. So in this mood of friendship, Raghudas prepared a flower garland for Lord Jagannath. And he went to the temple to offer that flower garland. And he gave it to the pujari. But he made it with the string of a banana leaf. Now at that time, you were not allowed to offer garlands made of banana leaf. Why? It was prohibited in the temple. You're not allowed to. There's very strict rules. How many of you have gone inside of the Jagannath temple and had darshan of Lord Jagannath? You've gone inside. Do you know that there's guards outside of the temple? And what are the guards doing? They want to make sure you're not from America, because otherwise they won't let you in. Anyone who has gone to the Paschatya is not allowed in Jagannath temple. How many of you know this?
That's racist.
It's racist. So devotees. So specifically, when we go to have darshan, white-bodied personalities or devotees or people are not allowed to go. And actually, we have one Maharaj whose name is Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj. He's a black-bodied devotee. He got really lucky. He was the only foreigner in our movement who got to go inside. But what happened was they went in, and then one of the pujaris started talking to him, and he couldn't speak the language, so they picked him up and they threw him out of the temple. So this temple is following very strict rules. Yeah, see.
Like, what if you're Indian but you just have like a white box?
Just don't open your mouth. Just stay with your parents and just don't talk. When I used to go to India, we would go to the market, and my mother, we were like little, she wouldn't let us talk. Because we're like, oh my gosh, that's such a cool thing. Can I buy it, Mommy? And then the price goes from 5 rupees to 5,000 rupees. Like, oh, ye to videshi, ye to bahar se aaye hain. इनको अच्छा साफ कर सकते हो, right?
They need
So,
help.
the first instruction she would say two things. Gujarati ma baat kar. As soon as we get in the rickshaw to go shopping, otherwise all the prices go up. So that's why when you go to the Jagannath temple, don't speak. Otherwise they'll know you're from a foreign land and all foreigners are not allowed. Because they want you to be pure. They say that if you've gone to a foreign land, your body is now impure, Devanshu.
What if you're talking in Indian accent?
So sorry. Yes, you can talk in an Indian accent. So Raghu Das was going to offer, what was he offering? A fool mala from a banana leaf, the bark of the banana leaf. And at that time, such things were prohibited. Raghu Das, what do you think? How did he feel? So sad. He felt very sad that his garland was not offered to Lord Jagannath. Jagannath Swami Narayana Bhatagam Bhavatu Me. Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Me. What does that mean? O Lord of the universe. Who's the Lord of the universe? Jaga means
Universe.
universe. And Natha means Lord. Jagannath Swami. So he is the Lord of the universe. O Lord of the universe. Nayana Pathagami. Nayana means your? What is Nayana? Anish? Nayanabhirama. So Nayana means your eyes. Nayana Pathagami. O Lord of the universe, kindly be visible, kindly be merciful unto me, everybody. O Lord of the universe, kindly be visible, kindly be merciful unto me. So we're praying Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Me. What does that mean? Yes, anyone who would like to render their own understanding, Shivani? Visible. Please always remain in front of my eyes. All of you said this how many times for the last 3 days? All of your translations had it at the end, right? What was that prayer? So here we have little Sia and Pranita and Radhe and Anya and Radhika and Shivani and Devanshu and Pratham and Ghana and Nimai. And what are your names, little boys there? Anya in the back, and what are your names? 2 little new boys that are here. Yeah, Mohan? Wow. Let's give a big Hari Bol for Mohan. Do you know what Mohan means?
Krishna.
Mohan means one who makes everybody crazy. Do you make everybody crazy? Sometimes. Mohan means one who steals the heart. Madan Mohan. And the person who steals that person's heart, what is her name?
Radha.
Madan Mohan Mohini. And what's your brother's name? Datta?
Yes.
Wonderful. Where are you boys from?
India.
Or from what part of India? From Chennai. Jai. You have Ranganathji there in Chennai, right? So Raghu Das was not able to offer his garland to Lord Jagannath because it was made out of a bark of a banana tree. And so he went home. He was very, very sad. He left the temple. The pujaris were doing the evening arti, and as they do the evening arti, they were offering flowers, garlands, special things to the deity. But every time when the pujaris gave that special dress, which is called Bada Shringar Vesh, Lord Jagannath would not accept the flowers. Have you ever dressed your deities and the crown keeps falling off? Have you ever dressed the deities and the flute won't go on? Have you ever dressed your deities and they just don't like what you're putting on them?
Yes.
Never happened?
Yes, it does.
Sometimes justice is spoken